Practicing some kind of breathing exercises such as Qigong is really beneficial for martial artists of any style. They come with a heap of benefits. Three main points is that you learn to combine your movements with your breathing. Secondly, you'll get a lot of fluidity and smoothness about what you're doing. And thirdly, they're a really nice exercise to do when you're recovering from an injury, which you'll inevitably get, or on just some days when you're tired and you don't really feel like getting into very much, but you want to do some kind of movement. They're really good. So I've been practicing Qigong for a lot of years. It's not something that I've ever been formally taught. I'm self-taught, and part of the consequence of that is that I've forgotten a lot of the names of what I do. So if you're particularly outraged by the names because I just make them up, feel free to get in touch with me and I'll fix that. Anyway, the main form that I practice is what I simply learnt as the Qigong long form. Not a very exciting or imaginative name, but nonetheless it's a really nice set, and composes of 20 different movements, and I like to run them in repetitions of 6. So 20 lots of 6 movements. From start to finish, the whole thing will take you about 20 minutes. So in this course I'll run through each of the separate movements individually, and then we'll just run the whole set from start to finish. Your basic neutral stance starts with your feet shoulder width apart, on the outside edges of your feet just pointing directly straight ahead. You want to just bend your knees ever so slightly. Ensure that your feet are balanced, equal weight distribution between the balls of your feet and the heels. They're very firmly planted on the ground. Your knees are slightly bent. Visualize an impossibly large weight hanging just off the tip of your tailbone. That'll just tuck your hips in slightly. At the same time, from the crown of your head, you want to imagine an impossibly light force pulling you up. So you're kind of stretching out between these two forces, pulling you directly upright and directly down. Just roll your thighs out ever so slightly, and that will engage your core. You'll actually feel your muscles tense up just here at the just in between your pubic bone and your navel there. That's essentially what it feels like to engage your core. And this is the neutral stance. You just let your arms hang comfortably down by your sides, keep your thumbs tucked in, and this is the neutral stance that we'll be returning to. On occasion you'll just be holding your hands in like this. A lot of the movements involve circles. You're kind of visualizing that you're moving inside a sphere, or capturing a sphere around you, or you're making a circle with your arms here, or sometimes you might be making spirals. So you've got basically, there's your circle there, but you've just cut it, leaving you with a spiral. So there's this sense of circularity among everything that you're doing. So let's move on to the movements.